Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca at the Church of Chewbacca, and today we're going to go over the new Live Series 1 event that came out today. It ends May 14th at 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What we're going to do is we're going to go over the rewards. I'm going to tell you guys kind of how you can tweak your lineup a little bit to get it to that 85 overall and under, as well as I'm going to give you some suggestions for some gold and silver cards that play way above their attributes that can help you get some dubs in the event. Guys, hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow this YouTube channel and the community that we're building. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me out greatly. Now let's get into the rewards, and then I'll show you guys how to tweak your team and some card suggestions that I have, as well as in the description I will have a more detailed list of gold and silver cards that you could possibly have from your live series that will play better than others that you might have. Because just because it's the highest rated guy does not mean that you should necessarily... Just because you have a higher rated guy than somebody else does not mean that you should necessarily put him in your lineup. And I'll explain that whenever I'm going through the lineup section of this video. Let's take a quick look at the rewards. So at the rewards, we have 1 win, you get a show pack. 3 wins, you get this rookie Manny Machado silver card. Not too bad of a card. You get a silver player, 5 wins. 10 wins, you get 3 the show packs. At 15 wins, you get Jason Kendall when he was a veteran on the Oakland Athletics after his pretty long career with the Pittsburgh Pirates. You got a 20 win gold player here. At 25 wins, you get an 86 overall Troy Percival 1996 breakout card. 30 wins, you get a set 15 headliners pack with an increased chance of veteran Cy Young. At 35 wins, you get 91 overall 1994 All-Star Kenny Lofton. Last year, he was a reward for the Cleveland Indians collection. A lot of people left him in the outfield for a long time. We'll take a quick look at his card in a second here. 40 wins, you get 3 the show packs. 45 wins, you get 2,000 stubs. At 50 wins, you get the Fred McGriff 1994 All-Star first baseman. We'll take a quick look at this card as well, since this is like the biggest card reward. 60 wins, you get a Ballin' as a habit pack. 70 wins, 2,000 stubs, 2,000 XP. 80 wins, 5 show packs. 90 wins, 10 show packs. And at 100 wins, you get 5 balling as a habit. Unless there's a second event to this, it's going to be hard to get 100 wins in 7 days. It isn't undoable, it's just going to be very hard. So let's take a quick look at these cards within the rewards. We'll look at each one real quickly, and I'll give my opinion of them based on how much you have to play for them. First is the rookie Manny Machado. It's a pretty well-balanced card for a silver, 78 overall. He has secondary as shortstop. And as you can see, 61 contact, 73 contact right and left. And then 55 power, 60 power right and left as well. Decent vision at 70. Obviously, where Manny Machado's always shined in his career is in the field. His fielding's 80 fielding, 85 arm strength, 77 arm accuracy, 73 reaction. Pretty good card for winning 3 games. It's not that bad for a silver. Can probably be used in an event later down the line. At 15 wins, you get this catcher, Jason Kendall, secondary of left field, 82 overall gold. It's his veteran card when he played for the Oakland A's. Great contact, not so good power as you can see, just topping out at 27 versus righties. Great vision, so he's going to be a little bloop shot type of guy like the Tony Gwynns and the Juan Pierres that are already in the game, except he's at catcher. He has pretty decent speed for a catcher at 68. Obviously good fielding for a gold. Obviously he has good defense for a gold catcher with this 75 fielding. 86 blocking is huge, and he has an alright arm at 70 arm strength. Once again, not too bad of a card, but I mean, you're not really playing the event just to unlock him. At 25 wins, you get this Troy Percival, 86 overall diamond. He has a 3-pitch repertoire that has 4-seam fastball, which will hit him maybe 100 miles an hour if you're lucky, probably more close to 99, with a good 12-6 curve at 81 miles an hour and a changeup that goes 83. He's right-handed, and he has a really high leg kick, and he doesn't have much of a windup itself. It's mostly from the stretch with a very high leg kick. He's pretty easy to throw with from previous years unless they change his motion at all. Obviously, at the time, he was playing for the California Angels because they weren't yet the Anaheim Angels or then the Los Angeles Angels. His stamina as a closer is only 27. And then he has really good hit per 9 at 105 and really good K per 9 at 115. Has low home run per 9 at 58. He's also going to be wild, but he has good pitching clutch. So in the bullpen, he will be a good addition, especially if you don't have that great of a team built up already. At 35 wins, you unlock the center field Kenny Lofton, secondary positions of left field and right field. He's left-handed throwing, left-handed batting. He has obviously diamond hitting and gold defense. So the biggest thing about this card is he's a great base hitter. He has good vision. You can see 113 contact versus righty, 99 contact versus lefty, with 53 power versus righty and 41 power versus lefty, and that 91 vision. It's just a really good hitting card to get base hits. He's the ultimate leadoff guy, especially for more of a budget team. Take a quick look at his fielding. He has 91 fielding, 55 arm strength, 72 arm accuracy, 92 reaction, and he's fast as pretty much anybody else is in the game at 98 speed, 99 steal, and 99 base run aggressiveness. So pretty much the only guy that has similar stats to this that might be a little bit better is the Ricky Henderson 95 overall card that's in the game so far. There's not too many guys that top off at 99, 99, 99. The Ricky Henderson does. This Kenny Lofton gets close at the 98 speed. Pretty much the review on defense, at least from last year, it was could flag down any ball, makes all the plays defensively, but has a wet noodle for an arm. So he's not going to have big arm strength in center field. You might want to bump him out to left field if you already have a decent center fielder, but he's a great leadoff guy. Also, I want to say I recommend grinding out to at least 35 wins to get this Kenny Lofton card, because I think this card's a must-have in your lineup, especially if you're on a no money spent or a budget team. He just offers a lot of versatility and is a great leadoff hitter. At 50 wins, you unlock the 94 overall, 1994 All-Star Fred McGriff, first baseman, left-handed throwing, left-handed batting. And honestly, this card is pretty decent, especially for a budget team. I don't know if there's any better budget cards at first base right now. Off the top of my head, I can't think. He doesn't have great defense, as you can see from his fielding attributes. His hitting attributes are amazing, though, and he can be used as a platoon. So if you have like a Paul Goldschmidt that absolutely whacks left-handed pitching, you could always platoon him and Fred McGriff and switch them depending who the starting pitcher is. Fred McGriff does have 100 contact versus righty, 81 contact versus lefty, with 105 power versus righty and 82 power versus lefty, 76 vision. So overall, his hitting's very good. Fielding not so great at the 69 fielding and 60 reaction for a first baseman. But you're really getting Fred McGriff because he hits the ball well. He does have a little bit of a goofy swing, so it might be a little hard to hit with. I think that this reward, compared to the Alec Bohm we just got at 50 wins, is not as good, especially because you can play Bohm at first base as well, and he's just all around a better card. However, for my Atlanta Brave fans out there, you guys have been spoiled the last couple days with all these Braves cards coming out, and you should add Fred McGriff to that collection. I'll probably grind for the Fred McGriff at the very least for the stubs. No matter what, any of these event cards can always be sold, and it can always get you some extra stubs, and that's probably what I'll do with this Fred McGriff, to be honest. Okay, guys, now that we've gone over the rewards, I'm going to pop in here. I'm going to show you how my team set up to start this event, and I'm going to give you some advice of why I set up like this, and then I'm going to go over a few gold and silver players that you guys should definitely put in your lineup if you guys have them. That way, they can be used efficiently, and you can get under this 85 overall max team. Alright, so we popped in here. Look at my pitching staff. As you can see, I have DeGrom, Sale, Strasburg, and Walker Buehler. I have not gotten the Verlander or Garrett Cole yet. Those are two of like the last 5 cards I have to get Mickey Mantle. However, if you noticed, I'm probably only going to use 4 starting pitchers ever, especially if people are quitting out and stuff. It's a 3-inning game, so you're probably only ever going to use your starting pitcher maybe for an inning, maybe 2 if you're the home team. You probably, if you're a pretty decent hitter, won't get to use your starting pitcher more than 1 inning, maybe 2 if you're like blowing the guy out. So you take whoever your lowest 62 overall is, scroll to the bottom, and then you just hammer him in there so you get your pitching down a little bit. We'll scroll back up here. For starting pitching, some guys that I would look at throwing in there that could be helpful and useful that are golds is if you have Noah Syndergaard, obviously has amazing stuff, sinker ball or primary. Blake Snell's not a bad choice either for pitching in the golds. Another guy that you might think about is Shohei Ohtani, gold card. Anybody else in gold is really, I don't know if I put them in there. For silvers, if you have some silvers, a guy that can be pretty hard to hit because he throws so slow is Rich Hill. And then I would say that Dillison Lamet is also another good card, has a lot of great stuff. Those would be my 4 recommendations, the 2 golds and the 2 silvers if you don't have any diamonds. If you do have your diamonds just based on the hits per 9, I would definitely put them in there. Like, I think Flaherty and Morton are good picks. I would stay away from Kershaw if you could, just because he throws his fastball so low. I get he has that big looping curveball, but a lot of people faced him a lot last year too in his Signature Series, which is a better card than this Live Series Dodgers card, so I try to avoid him. For relief pitchers, I'm just going to give you some quick suggestions because the closing pitchers and relief pitchers are about the same. As you can see, I pulled up my bullpen. You're probably only going to use 5 guys at the most, so I would try to get either 3 righties and 2 lefties or 3 lefties and 2 righties. As you can see in my pen, I am going with a lefty and Taylor Rogers, Osuna righty, Hader, Chapman, Yates. However, if you don't have these 3 big diamonds that are in here, I'll give you some suggestions for lefties and righties. And then obviously I just threw in some 62s to lower my pitching once again. So for some goals that I don't have mentioned that I would recommend picking up would be Sean Doolittle, really good pitcher. Doesn't have the fastest stuff, but if you work his fastball, slider, and changeup well, he's very hard to hit. Another guy that you will see in the closing pitchers that is hard to hit that you'll probably have as a bronze is Reyes Moronta. He has a really good stuff. Michael Givens can be pretty hard to hit, as well as Keon Kela. Those would be the 3 budget cards I would have in the closing pitchers. Would be, once again, I'll go over them: Kela, Michael Givens, and this Reyes Moronta. For budget guys, I think those guys are probably the 3 guys with the best stuff. That's the most controllable, have a little bit of goofy windups. Some of these other silvers can be useful. Just look at their 9s. You want to have guys that have high hits per 9. For the relief pitchers, which you might have a few more of these, I would say that Andrew Miller is a good one, Dylan Betances, and then if you really need another guy, Sir Anthony Dominguez here is pretty nasty. Darren O'Day can give some people trouble, but honestly, Darren O'Day, if you throw his stuff higher down the middle, it's going Yahtzee. Someone's taking you yards, so I really wouldn't put him in there that much. Yeah, he's a submariner, but who cares? I just don't think he's that good of a card at all. But Betances is definitely a good one to have, and that's Sir Anthony Dominguez, like I said. Let's take a quick look at my lineup here. Obviously, I have most of the diamonds. I'm a few short of completing the collection, and it's mostly pitchers that I don't have. But, as you can see, Ronald Acuna leading off, Francisco Lindor, Mike Trout, Christian Yelich, Suarez, Freddie Freeman, Alberto Mondesi, and Mitch Garver. So as you can see, I do have 2 golds in here and a silver because I know these cards play way above their attributes and play really well. On my bench, I have JD Martinez and Joey Gallo as my 2 bench bats, and I filled it out with low-end 62s that have some speed for pinch running if needed, although Gallo's not that slow, so he probably won't get pitch ran for. JD Martinez is pretty slow, which is why I need a pinch runner. And these are just guys that, I don't know. You just want to lower your overall to get down to that 85. You have better cards. Won't be an issue if you don't have a lot of diamonds in your lineup, though. So I'll give you a suggestion of some people at each position that you could possibly use. I highly recommend Mitch Garver. I think is the best catcher in the game. That's Live Series, my personal opinion. Gary Sanchez and Grandal are not bad options. For golds, if you're going to get down into the silvers, it becomes a little bit more picky when it comes to catchers because there's really not that great of ones. I will say Perez smashes lefties. Ramos has really good hitting for a silver, but he's slow. He's 0 speed. And Carson Kelly's not too bad, has a pretty good swing. But I would try to keep your catcher at one of the 3 golds I recommended. Contreras isn't bad either. For first base, there's a whole plethora of guys. Pretty much any of the gold cards that play first base are 100% usable. And my recommendation, the highest one that I would use would be Muncy and then Matt Olson. For silvers, Luke Voit kills the ball, has an absolutely beastly swing. And that's who I would go with the silvers, is Luke Voit. Rhys Hoskins is okay, but he's not a big pick. I don't like his swing this year. I think they changed it a little bit. He doesn't hit the ball as well, and he seems to push the ball too much for a power hitter, in my opinion. At second base, Jeff McNeill, Mike Moustakas, probably the 2 best options for golds. Gleyber Torres is okay, but I really like Moustakas and McNeill, and they're both left-handed bats. Torres is good. I just prefer Moustakas and McNeill. As for silvers, if you don't have any golds, Robinson Cano's definitely the best option in the silvers. And Howie Kendrick is the best silver second baseman when it comes to just hitting. For the third baseman, there's a plethora of diamonds. I'd actually recommend just picking up Matt Chapman. He should be pretty cheap. If you want to use a diamond that's lockdown defense at third base, if you have Suarez, I think Suarez is your best option live series for the overall value and what you have, especially with a lot of diamonds. I'd 100% recommend putting Suarez into your lineup. He has a bat that is filled with, I don't know, cork or something, because everything he touches goes like 500 feet. It's ridiculous. His exit velocity off his bat is like the highest in the game. I don't know who at SDS has a hard-on for the guy, but someone does. Josh Donaldson's also not a bad pick. Chris Bryant's pretty good against lefties. If you don't have any golds or diamonds and you have to drop down to silver, Miguel Sano's a great option, as well as Yoan Moncada. Moving to shortstops, I have Lindor. However, if you're looking for a good shortstop that's a gold, I would go with Trey Turner or Fernando Tatis Jr. I have Alberto Mondesi in here. I think Alberto Mondesi, for what he brings to the table with his speed, the fact he's a switch hitter, he has a glitchy swing, he would be your best option at third base for a budget card if you don't have a pretty decent third baseman. I think that Trey Turner and Fernando Tatis also get the job done. I just prefer Mondesi over the two, and I needed him for his overall. I tried to put Turner and Tatis in there, and it bumped me up to 86. So I went with Alberto Mondesi. I feel like you can get him in that shortstop position. I have him playing second base as his secondary, but you can get him in the shortstop or second base at a high value to get your team under that 85 overall, which I think is big. For left field, there's no diamond left fielders that I have. I'm pretty sure there has to be at least one or two in the game that I can't think of right now. However, I don't have any of these guys playing in the field for me. However, Castellanos is a great pick, as well as Gallo and Martinez that are obviously my pinch hitters, or Soto. Alvarez, 100% great bat. He's not good defensively, but if you need to add a pinch hitter in there and you need to get somebody that's a little bit lower overall, Alvarez is a great pickup. For silvers, I love David Dahl, young Jock Pederson here, as well as Kyle Schwarber. All good pickups for left field. So there's a plethora of options over in the left field where you can get a guy that's a power hitter and make a big difference in a 3-inning game. As for center fielders, obviously Mike Trout is going to be the first choice and Acuna is going to be the second choice. I have Acuna playing left field, not even center field for me personally. Or George Springer and Marte is not a bad option. If you don't have any diamonds, I would maybe suggest going to get George Springer just because I think he's such a better option at center field than some other cards for the price that he is. If not, Ramon Laureano for the A's is a great option for a gold card. After that, I really recommend going down into the silvers and getting like Byron Buxton. Aaron Hicks is okay. I don't like his swing, but a lot of people do. He has really good power versus righties. And then Danny Santana has a really good glitchy swing. He can play all over the field, the ultimate utility guy. So this is another card you can just throw in your lineup in a position that you need. But he has a really good swing. He's a switch hitter. Other than that, center field's pretty dry if you don't have diamonds. There's a lot of guys in there that can field really well, like Kiermaier, but he is not good with the stick. For right field, Yelich is the go-to, obviously. However, if you don't have one of these diamonds and you want to go with a cheaper option, 100% Austin Meadows is the best right fielder that's not a diamond in the game. It's not even an argument. I don't care what anybody says. He has the best swing. He has a decent arm, and he'll make routine plays in left field. But his swing's so glitchy versus left or right-handed pitching that you're going to get hits. You're going to hit bombs. He's a wonderful card. Charlie Blackmon also has a glitchy swing. Cruz could be used as a pinch hitter who has an amazing bat, but is absolutely terrible in the field. Hunter Renfroe crushes left-handed pitching and has a huge arm in right field, so he could be another good option, budget option for a silver card. And then Michael Conforto is a good option in right field. For whatever reason you don't have any good center fielders, I wouldn't be against bumping Austin Meadows, Hunter Renfroe, or Michael Conforto to center field. I think they have enough speed and enough range to handle it. You'll maybe let in some more gap shots in the 3-inning game, but you're going to get a lot more out of this stick than what you are at center field. That's just really up to you if you want to build a more offensive powerhouse for these 3-inning games or you want to build more of a defensive team. As for some other right fielders, Jorge Soler and Aquino are two other good options. And of course, Trey Mancini. There's just a lot of good right fielders in this silver to gold budget range. In the comments below, you guys should comment maybe on some cards that you guys think are good budget cards. As well as in the description, I'll have a more detailed list of these cards. I'll go through them a little bit more thorough. For each position, I'll list out a couple guys that are pretty decent budget guys if you just don't have a good live series team built up. Because I know a lot of guys go after those like free diamond player programs and other stuff, and those are the guys they use, which I highly recommend anyways. If you're no money spending, you don't want to spend money in the game, diamonds are the way to go. Guys, I appreciate everyone watching the video, and I hope you are enjoying the content. Please hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up so that I know I'm doing a good job. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm uploading videos. If you are enjoying the content and you want to watch me live, you can watch me on twitch.tv/HopefulChewbacca, 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If for whatever reason you can't watch Monday through Thursday and you're like, what the heck, Hopeful? My schedule only allows me to watch on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, that's good news for you guys, as I do go live on those days. However, I don't have a set schedule. So you're going to have to follow me on Twitter at Hopeful1137. I'll tweet out when I'm going live so you can catch the stream. Also, if you guys want to ask me questions, play a friendly, or have a discussion about Major League Baseball, MLB The Show, or any other type of sport, you can always add me on PlayStation Network. My username is Hopeful1137. Guys, I really appreciate you watching, and I really hope you're enjoying the content. Have a great day and be safe.